Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, this video here today is on a Fiat Dobló, if I'm not mistaken, 2008. And this one, I believe it came straight from the parts cannon. Now, I was told, so actually before I go any further, let me tell you what the problem is with this. So I was requested to have a look at this because the HVAC fan for the blower is not working, so it doesn't work. I could swear the guy's not answering the phone right now, but I could swear the guy said to me that the blower has been replaced, the fan has been replaced, and still the same problem. When I walked in here though, there is new controllers here, but this controller is not even the same. And I do confess that this one is a little bit covered in crap, and this one is quite clean. I don't know which one is the correct one, if they replaced this or if they bought this one and they bought the wrong one. Don't know which kind of looks like, because it's cut in there. So it looks like this, they bought this and this is the wrong one for this car, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Still, let's just confirm the fault and then we'll move on. Okay, let's start this up. Okay. At the moment is on 0. Usual. Right. Yeah, indeed, there is no HVAC. Yeah, it doesn't work. Right. Yeah, HVAC doesn't work. So let's gonna start with the basics, check fuses, etc. And I don't know, I don't have a clue how this system works, so I think I'm gonna have to figure it out as we go along. But let's gonna start with the basics, try to understand what's going on with this. Okay, let's gonna check the fuses first. A quick check on diagrams, and I couldn't find one for the manual system, only for the one with the AC air conditioning. Oh, that one actually has air conditioning. Oh no, so that's the right one actually. Sorry. Anyway, I guess the connections for the blower, resistor, fuse, etc. will be all the same. So we're gonna check. It should be fuse. Let me have a look. Should be fuse number 8, a 30 amp fuse. That connects straight to a relay. So let's gonna do some checks here and see what we have. Okay, and actually I was a little bit confused on the system. So we do have, so I'm looking at diagrams here again. So we actually have ignition goes to the fuse box over there, because actually fuse 8 is actually not here, is on the engine boxes, on the fuse box on the engine bay. So over here, so from ignition, so yeah, so ignition voltage goes to fuse 31. From fuse 31, that activates a relay on the over there. So let's gonna check fuse 31, 7.5 amps. So fuse 31, let's see which one is fuse 31. 39, 31 is this first fuse here. Check it. Yeah, this fuse is good, so we'll put it back in. Okay. Okay, so from here it goes all the way to a relay control side, which is K55, and then the load side comes through fuse 30 on that fuse box on the engine bay. So let's gonna have a look at it. Okay, so it is this fuse here, number 8, 30 amps, which is good, as you can see. And this fuse feeds relay K55, which in this case is T08. Okay, so when I measure from here, that should come to my load side. There we go. And I should have voltage on my control side one of the, oh, hold on, voltage. So one should be ground, the other one should be 12 volts, or okay, 11 volts 98, there is 11 volts here, and I should have, if I go to continuity again, I should have continuity on the ground side of the control, on the control side of the relay. So this is good. Let's see. So the relay should be closing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So my only question now is if the relay is good. So we're gonna quick test this relay, and if it's good, then well, we'll have to go inside the car again. Okay, quick test. And it comes out, it does 10 cycles and comes out green light, which means our relay is good. Okay, inside the car now. So, oh dear, I'm using one of these so that I'm trying to place the phone in a way where you can guys see what's going on. I know how good it is. Probably crap. Take these out. So my plug for the blower is right here. Okay, a blue wire and a gray and black. The blue wire, according to my diagrams, well, someone was there piercing the wires, so I don't know if you can see. So the blue wire should be coming with 12 volts straight from that relay we have just seen on the engine bay. So my blue wire should have 12 volts. So, and let's check. There we go, and surely enough we have 12 volts at my blower. So now so the ground is what comes through the resistor and is what controls the speed. So okay, I'm a bit confused now. Why is the, oh dear me, look, oh crap. First of all, okay, I'm gonna need some light here. Just hold a second, guys. Okay, not much better, but hopefully a little bit better. So the plug for my resistor is actually unplugged. So nothing would ever work. Oh dear. But all these wires have been cut. Look at that. They've been oh dear me. So they left these disconnected. The resistor is new. So this definitely been. Where's the other resistor then? It is. Was in the glove box. Was the old resistor. And the resistor in there right now is a new one. Okay. So if I plug these in, okay. So it definitely doesn't work. So what I want to do now is I'm going to inject ground. See if it works. I don't know if it's not going to be in a crap position. This is. Hold on a second. Okay, so if I inject ground over here, I should get my fan running full speed. Oops. What's going on? Let's see, run. Sorry about that, guys, I got interrupted, but surely you can hear the fan running now. So if I put voltage, ground, oh dear me. there we go. So all we have at the moment is there is no control coming to the fan to get it to run. So that will come to here. It's going to be this wire here, and then we have, oh dear, there's only one bolt on this. Let me take the other one out. So I want to take this resistor out, and from here, let me check that, but from here it's going to go straight to the controller at the front, which we might going to have to remove to try to figure out what's going on in there. Okay guys, and just one thing as well, this has been definitely at the parts cannon. So they replaced the blower. The blower, guys, is new. There's one screw missing at the back. There is screws that are not tightened properly. Plus, I can see the manufacturing date right here at the back. It's going to be impossible to show you on the camera, but it is brand new. So they replaced this, and it looks like they were about to replace, or they did replace, the controllers. Okay, let's gonna try to find out. Let me connect these here so we can trace these down easy. So, oh dear. So my problem at the moment, it looks like is gonna be indeed up there on the controllers, on the actually control panel. Okay, so problem found. Well, not completely found, but found where the issue is, and what a nightmare. Right, I don't even know how I'm gonna complete this. But basically, guys, obviously the entire load for the motor comes through this switch here, according to the diagrams. So there's a ground that comes into here, and then this sends ground to the different pins on the regulator, sorry, on the resistor. And speed 4, I think it's speed 4, yeah, last speed, is it goes through the resistor, but it's just a straight connection from here to the blower. So the full load is here, and I can see right at the back. You're not going to be able to see on the camera, but right at the back where the wires goes in, I can see the top wire is completely melted. So whatever happened is going to be here. Probably the switch is completely gone. However, to remove this, I managed to remove this front cover in situ. I don't even know why they got that. That's a completely different system. But yeah, this is an absolutely nightmare. I don't know yet how I'm gonna get this out, because the dashboard is one piece only, so I really don't know how I'm gonna get this done. But bear with me, I'll try to find out a way. Right. This was not easy. Right, I'll quick take you through what I had to do. So I had to remove the airbag, as you can see. Now, to manage to pull this out because of these mechanical cables, I had to unclip right there at the back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. Okay, so this clip goes here, so I had to pull it out to allow the entire cable to come back a little bit more. Okay, so allow it to move a little bit more. Then as soon as I managed to bring this back, which is this cable here, I managed to take it off from the underside here with a screw. You take that gives you a little bit of movement straight away. Then I had to take the one, oh dear, that goes right there. So the cable is, I don't know where it is, but it's there somewhere. Where is it gone? Okay, I don't know where it is now. You see it? It's there at the top, so here it is. So there's there. So I had to take this one from here. That loop is there, and then it screws in there. That white plastic screws right there, so I had to take that off. Once you do all that, that allows you to bring it back a little bit more. Then you just start to take, obviously, screws here at the top. That allows you to take all these off. There's a few blown bulbs. We'll replace those, but straight away, I think. Oh dear, I'm using the phone with a new settings. I've changed the settings for a little bit better quality, but it keeps losing focus. So as you can see in there, no rocket science to see that is all burn. Okay, so I'm going to pull this switch off and see what we can do with this. But if it's blown inside or it's burned inside, then we might not gonna be able to fix it. Okay, let's see if this is better now. Absolutely. So basically, guys, I was using 60 frames per second, but I've been struggling to get the phone to focus properly. Anyway, so as you can see in there, it's burned a little bit. It was completely glued on the actually switch, but it's not too bad. The contacts inside, they are not too bad. Obviously, you will be pulling them out and compress them a little bit to make more pressure. We'll repair this wire here, maybe with tube shrinking or something like that. The switch itself, as you can see at the bottom, so it was glued in there, a little bit in there. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to take this to the workshop and we'll see what we can do with this. But we might need a new switch, don't know yet. Okay guys, and unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to do nothing with this because it's completely bugged. So the way this works is, so you have this plate here in the middle, and as you turn the switch, this plate rotates, and this little bit here, this is spring loaded, so there's some springs here that goes right here at the back, and they keep pressing this plate down, and as this plate rotates, it makes contact between these points here and these different plates here, okay? However, this here is like sort of alpha circle that is straight on one end. That's completely melted. So this was just rotate, and this is actually glued in there. It's completely welded. Let me see if I can... Okay. It came out, as you've seen, and oh dear, I don't even know where he went. Anyway, it's not like if we're gonna need it, but so as you've seen, that's supposed to rotate. We're just welded here, and that would mean it would be making constant contact with this plate here. Actually, we can see the circuit now. Would make contact with this plate here constantly, and then as you would turn, would close circuit with this one, with that one, with that one, or with that one. Okay, so that's the way it works. Quite interesting. Quite interesting, actually. Quite interesting. Yeah. Quite interesting, actually. Okay. We can't do nothing with this, so it's gonna need new parts. However, look what I've seen. You remember the unit that was completely different? Haha. Is this the same style? Let's gonna pull it out and see if it is. Okay, and let's stop there. For you guys that will be cringing right now, yes, that would work. I mean, it would work for the lower speeds, but there's one thing missing on that switch, which obviously is the push button for the air conditioning, which is integrated in the switch. On the actually original from the car, the one I've just showed you, which is that one. I'll just put it back together, but that one doesn't have that. It's purely, so it would work for the speeds, but then you couldn't turn on the air conditioning. So with that in mind, I ordered new parts. And by the way, guys, this is like, wow, what day is today? Everything is frost outside. So today is 7th of January. I've started to work on this car before Christmas, 22nd or 23rd. In the meantime, when I ordered the parts, Christmas came, then obviously New Year, and I couldn't get hold of the parts until now. This is the original switch, which I will show you. I opened it yesterday, so I'm going to show you the switch. There it is. So a brand new switch. Okay, so that's what I meant, obviously. So that is where you connect the main plug for the speeds of the fan, which is the same as that one in there. However, this one has this plug here, which is for the AC. So when you turn this into a speed, you can actually push it down. Now it's at 0, but if you put this on a speed, you can actually push down to obviously enable the AC or switch on the AC. Part number for this, I will leave it up here somewhere on the screen for the switch. Yeah, that's it, I think, for now, guys. I'm just gonna start to put everything back on. I'm not gonna really bother with that. Just if I still remember where every single screw goes. But yeah, so I'm not going to bother you with that, guys. I'm just going to put everything back on and then we'll do a test on it. But that's where we are. Let's going to get this finished. Okay, and just before I carry on, I just put the switch back in place. For you guys are going to see that this is a different screw. Yes, it is, because the original screw was slightly thinner and was kind of ripping through, so was not holding properly. So I put these slightly bigger ones to hold this properly. But as you can see, I've isolated this melted wire that was here at the back, the insulation. I've removed every single one of these pins, cleaned them and tighten them up a little bit so they make a better contact. I also opened these a little bit at the front where the melted sort of plastic was. So this is, I've closed all these plates here, so they should make much more pressure now. Underneath there also isolated the wire that was stripped, and the screw that was missing on the blower is already in place as well. So we're not going to leave it like that. I was only holded with 2 screws and not even properly tightened. So did all that just to kind of show you that everything is ready to go. So yeah, so now yeah, let's kind of finish this off and get it tested. Okay, all back in place, all the trimmings, etc, etc, etc. Was a few screws missing, which I have replaced. I will show you in a minute that it is working just fine. But before that, let me tell you that it is unbelievable what garages without, well, garages that are no more than part changers actually do. This thing has really been at the parts cannon. So it had a new blower, so obviously this is all the old parts except that, because as we have already established, that was the wrong part for this car. But he had a new blower, which I left in there, a new resistor, which I also left in there, and they even bought that, which is obviously the wrong part. When in the end, all he needed was a switch. Okay, this switch was about 55 quid. It's not cheap, but is surely cheaper than wasting all that money. And I can see it happening now when I tell the owner that the switch plus a little bit for my labor is gonna scream that it's gonna be too expensive, not because what I'm charging, but because what's been charged already. I can guarantee you all that plus a little bit of labor for all of it, he probably spent well over £100 on all of this. So, well, it's nothing I can do. I get that all the time, to be honest with you, and I'm used to it. Which is, people goes to garages, replace. Then when they come here and they get it fixed, they think it's too expensive. Not because what I'm charging, because to be honest, I charge pennies most of the times. This is a part-time for me. But because when they had it all up, yeah, a repair that could have been done quite reasonable, money-wise, it's going to be quite expensive. But hey, let me show you now that everything's working. So we're going to turn ignition on. I'm not going to start the van. We're going to probably still have to plug in the maxi sys to clear the airbag codes, etc. But I'll do that afterwards. It's not to do with the video. So I'm not going to start the engine so we can hear the fan running. I don't know if it's going to need to... Oh, actually it doesn't. The airbag light went off straight away. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, we'll plug the machine in anyway, just to clear the codes. But, so, let's gonna show you this. So, speed 1. Don't know if the camera is gonna capture it. Let me put it down here so you can hear. So, I'm gonna go now speed 2. Speed 3. Speed 4. Beautiful. As you can see, it's blowing properly. If I press that, it will turn my AC on. Everything else obviously is working. All the cables have been connected, obviously. So that's it, guys. In the end, all he needed was a switch. Quite easy to figure this one out, but obviously someone completely missed it. Anyway, moving forward, and with no further ado, guys, hope there's something on this video you find useful, that you might learn something. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions, any comments, put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.